Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Naso and Shavuos. The two are connected, and we'll make a brief connection later on. But first, we're going to discuss other parts of the Parsha, why they're sequences, why they're connected. So the Sota is a famous part of the Parsha with a woman who's secluded and warned by her husband not to be secluded with another man, and she doesn't listen, and they have the Sota, that test with the miracles that occur, whether she was innocent or guilty. Followed by that, we have the chapter on the Nazir, the Nazirite. He won't shave his hair, he doesn't drink wine, and it's well known the connection between the two, that after this man sees what this woman did, quite possibly after having a few drinks, so he makes a vow that I don't want to sin, and I'm going to stay away from the wine and that temptation. So that's a well-known connection. But what about the paragraph beforehand? What about the chapter before the Sota that talks about a person who steals from another Jew or from a proselyte, from a ger, he can't pay back? The connection I saw based on Rav Sorotskin and Meged Yosef is that both of these two have to be brought to the Kohen. If you can't pay back what you stole, there's a process with the Kohen and the Korban, I believe, that you have to deal with the Kohen, the priest, for that. Also by the Sota, the process done through the waters with the process with the Kohen. But what is the connection to? Why do we bring in the Kohen? So the connection between these two goes a little bit deeper, that they both relate to a lack of amunah. By the case of money, if someone believed in Hashem that all his parnasa came from God, why would he bother stealing? Obviously he's not believing enough because he thinks he has something to gain by being underhanded. Of course he doesn't. Similarly, by the Sota, the husband, in his most important relationship between him and his spouse, there is a lack of faith going on. He doesn't trust her. He warns her not to stay near this man, and she's not listening. So between those two, they end up coming to the Kohen, who are the spiritual people of the nation. Now, speaking of Muna, connecting it to the Parshas Naso and this topic to Shavuos. So we say Nasa v'nishma by saying we will do before we hear. That's a sign of complete faith in God, that you don't know what he's going to ask, yet you're willing to do it. That's faith. There's one other time we have Nasa, when earlier, when God was making man, he says, Nasa Adam, we're going to make man. That was Hashem's faith in mankind, that we would be able to be good. We were worthy of being created, even though the angels had questions. So there's a faith over there. So we have a lot of faith going on, or a lot of lack of faith, but we should be zochet to stay with the parts of having good faith and have a wonderful yontiv. I have good faith that you will, and a wonderful Shabbos. Thank you for listening. Please feel to share this, whether at the Torah or sharing it each week with your friends. Thank you. Bye-bye.